So, today, President Muhammadu Buhari finally broke his silence and spoke concerning the recent discovery about crude oil theft. What he said shocked me. I'm sure it will shock you too when I tell you. But before I tell you, hit the subscribe button so that Nigerians can hear what he said too. For one reason and one reason alone. So they can make up their minds on who will lead them in the next 4 years. Now, the news about the discoveries about crude oil theft is everywhere in Nigeria. Now, everybody now have heard. If you have not heard, maybe I'll leave a link to some of the videos in the description so you can hear. First, it started with Government Ekpemukpolo, the guy you guys know as Tompolo, making some revelations. In fact, going to the extent of saying that people high up in government are responsible. In fact, he stopped just short of saying that Buhari is responsible. I'm telling you, Tompolo stopped just short, just small remaining to accuse President Muhammadu Buhari directly of being responsible for the crude oil theft. I guess that's why President Muhammadu Buhari also now needed to break the silence so that people will not just unnecessarily be suspecting him. But the revelations about what is going on in the Niger Delta is actually disheartening. It's disheartening, it's frustrating, it's very discouraging. The fact that many people have now been fingered is actually not surprising to many of us who have been following the space for quite a while. What is surprising though is the fact that they are now going after some small boys who have stolen some small things. Look, the oil tanker that was set ablaze, it's just a tip of the iceberg. That's just scratching the surface. That's just scratching the surface. And for me personally, I think that was done to deceive Nigerians, to make Nigerians think that, oh, now we have caught the oil thieves. The real oil thieves are still out there. They have not been mentioned. Are you not surprised that so far nobody have talked about Shell? The closest person who talked about Shell was the GMD of NNPC, Nigerian National Petroleum Company. Yeah, it's no longer a petroleum corporation. He made mention and tried to suggest that, oh, Shell is responsible. Shell is responsible. Shell is responsible. Even the person who he was talking to tried to say, if. And one of the soldiers present said, there's no if. There's no condition attached. Shell is responsible, or Shell should know about it, because the infrastructure they're using belongs to Shell. Now, Peter Obi also said something that is quite instructive concerning this matter, and that is the fact that our crude oil is being stolen by people in government. I guess all of these accusations became too strong for our dear President Muhammadu Buhari, that he could not remain silent anymore, and he decided to finally speak. And here's what he said. After like 2 or 3 days of different revelations coming out, 57 pipelines, it's been there for the past 9 years, it's been there for this, 8 billion this. After all of this, he kept quiet and was just watching, until when Tompolo just stopped, just short of accusing him, and then decided to break his silence. And guess what he said? Absolutely nothing. Are you not shocked that your president has not spoken concerning the developments that are going on? Well, I am not shocked, because the question that we should really be asking is this. The boss stops at President Muhammadu Buhari's table. He is the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, the people who give permission for the vessels, the 3 million barrel capacity vessels, to berth in our waters, in our territorial waters, to buy the stolen crude. The people who give them the permission to berth in our waters, they are the military, they are the navy, right? And the navy is under his command. Those people can do nothing without the president saying so. So you see why his silence actually speaks louder than words. His silence speaks volumes. And then, to top it off, he is also the Minister of Petroleum. In case you guys have forgotten, he is the Minister of Petroleum. Whoever you have there now is just a substantive, Timipre Silva is just a Minister of State, like a deputy minister. He answers directly to the president. So the buck stops at his table. No wonder his silence actually speaks volume. Could it mean that he is actually responsible for the stolen crude? Could it mean that this is his way of taking corruption to another level? Abi, after all, now money where you see, now you go say they embezzle. If the money does not enter into the federation account, EFCC cannot be monitoring it. Could this be their way of taking corruption to another level?